Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears and McLean Stadium. Boats lining the brasses as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on a team looking for its first win, the Baylor Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Bears will kick it away first. He's going to bring it out from deep. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give to the tailback. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Duarte. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in a guaranteed passing situation, because guess what? I don't have to fire off a play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down line. And here comes the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The offense set for a first down play. He'll take it himself. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Quickly to the tight end. Tackle is made after the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down. Just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Offense with jumbo personnel. They'll go to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. The 20. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good...
And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. And he's got a touchdown.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker. Always that's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking up the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. Got the quick completion. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, no more fuel for the fire.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the move, he fires. It's complete. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That's That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Direct snap. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Using his feet to buy time. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So they were able to put up the 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
To the air, it's Duarte. He'll pull it down and run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. Just a tremendous play to wrap up this first quarter for the offense. Boy, that'll give you some options as we start the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll leave it with him. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is, if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he's going to run it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. to the single back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
On that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. You see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play. And the pressure gets to it. Down goes the quarterback.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that DN getting that sack.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Simon. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Duarte. They're trying to get to it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Picks up the first down. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup.
All right, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run game coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his target down the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
A first down for the offense. Here's the handoff. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
29 Philly, 2-9.
Might as well stick with him. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He's moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Simon. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And he burrows his way into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home-run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fair catch, called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Second down coming up.
Razor.
He'll run it again. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Rifles it down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep things.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Quarterback will audible. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Bears with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Scrambling away. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with a relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time. Made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. That is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Just over 20 seconds to play before halftime. They'll have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. What a cut. Now he's loose. Hit the afterburners, kid. Running inside the 20. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run it from the gun. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is coach speak, and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score, I can get back in this game. There's got to be one drive.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Getting some heat. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Bears want to crank the tempo.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to...
Got enough space. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring.
6-9-1, Gators far.
Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 13 to Wisconsin. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. This is a designed run. And the ball slipped out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. Just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Jackrabbit.
Calls his own number. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. At the 35, he's got room. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll run this play from the pistol. To the ground with the back. Nice move there. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And now on first down after converting with the run. He'll ride his man on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Duarte. Takes the easy one to the back. At the 45, on his way. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Working the middle, it's complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Going up top on first down. Quick strike complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man quickly. Got some room, entered the goal line. Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they catch it. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. offense gets set for second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. They're facing a third down. He'll try to get it through the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Huge game. Probably would have loved to see this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now,
another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They'll throw it on first down. He finds his man, and he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. And the Bears in the hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Working that left side now. After the filthy move, he's got room. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like threw right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
29, Bill. Flex.
He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's short. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Bears are threatening in the red zone. This quarterback part of their running game. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. the air. Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Bears!
And listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight, powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go with a direct snap. Still on his feet at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road have to play this offense, man. They're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Going to the ground. Nice move to keep running. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this is the kind of guy that wants the football when the game is on the line. And in this type of situation, he knows if I can break off a few big ones, we're going to win this game. If we don't let them get back on the field, we got it. And he shows you the speed, he shows you the open field running ability before going out of bounds there.
Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that, you're running full speed with everything you have. A lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground. You're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job of that young man.
Back to pass. It's Duarte. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's at hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Louisville. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. On second down, wants to throw it. He'll fire to his right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they had to work to stop this senior, and he comes up with a big play. The Bears getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Baylor! What a grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'd hope to get that. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
Okay.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher.
That's because I was 4-8 last year because I wasn't here.
I know it's a pass every single time.
Yeah, it's a big upset.
I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely trying to stay alive at this point. We're
I'm
also
serious.
trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
He's fast.
He'll pull it down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You honestly can't really do it better than that.
I keep trying to take him out because he's like red, but I keep forgetting.
Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get.
Still running. You're down 2 scores.
Let's keep this drive rolling.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Dialing up a second down pass play. Going for it all. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. On the move.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple.
What's that?
Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Good job. What a smart guy. After fumbling the last time. 2 fumbles today, by the way. The first one, my quarterback has 99 carry.
But they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kick foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hits that
Gonna add to the Heisman campaign here.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now
He's so fun.
is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered
all kinds of running room.
Not scoring. Not scoring. Don't need to score. Yeah. GG, bro.
Elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the first half, trying to get touchdowns.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but you listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.